What about now? Okay, cool. Everyone can hear me? Okay, nice. Audible. Okay. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay, I have to say everything again. Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, sorry, waste your time. Okay, uh, everyone's in. Still missing Yanis from before. Okay, everyone's joining again. Sorry, guys, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it. But good news, I'm recording. So there's that. Okay, share the screen again. All right. So good. Share screen. Yep, did that. Okay, so basically what I said about the terminal. Um, where's the terminal? Do, 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 do. Terminal. There we go. So basically about this, what I said is just play with this thing. Um, because especially if any of you wants to sculpt, okay, um, order book and tape are your best friends. And on the in silico terminal, so not the Kiyotaka terminal, on silico terminal, you can place orders directly on the DOM. And if you're sculpting, that's a very useful feature because you can see the orders, just double click, of course, set your lot size and so on. I will make a tutorial on that, but you can basically drop the orders here. And at that point, the chart becomes like secondary because you can really play between big orders. Well, relatively big. I would say it is 10 lots. Okay, these 12 lots and these 15 lots, for example, you can play between those if you're sculpting. Well, maybe the delta now is too small. The delta between these big orders, I mean, is too small, but generally you can do some cool stuff. I will make a tutorial about that. So let's close the terminal for now. All right. I'm recording, so if anyone misses this, they can see it later. Okay, the lines are holding pretty well. I haven't touched this thing in a week, but these levels have been respected. Okay, so this yellow line here is interesting. I apologize for the background noise, if any, but I'm not in my place. I'm at my mother's place. There's dogs, cats, and everything, so please be patient. Next week, I'm back to my home, and the environment will be more favorable. So we broke this downtrend. We're not out of the woods because these days, at least in my opinion, do not count at all. There's fuck all volume, as you can see, compared to previous weeks. I mean, volume has been pretty shitty, uh, but yes, not really super active. New York will be back probably starting from the second, I think, uh, or even later, because it's going to be weekend, so the holidays are going to be quite long. But yeah, so on the 4 hour time frame, same shit. Okay, like everything. If you read my last article, there's easy plays here. Every move is retraced. Doesn't even matter the direction, okay? Any move is retraced. Like we don't even need the volume here. We stay consistently in this range, okay? Like you don't even need advanced tools at this point. Um, there's a, well, really gross drawing, but anything outside of this range, you can fade it. Like if you want to risk, you can even reduce the range. That's what I would do. Okay. I'm not trading these days. I took a little trade uh, before uh, because I'm playing with breakout. I have an evaluation going on, but it's just because I want to try. Okay. It's not because I really need a prop firm at the moment, but we have it as an affiliate, so I want to use it. And yeah, I made a little scalp here, a few $100, nothing more. But yeah, same reason. Like it was around here, so just fade it. That's why a couple of you took that trade. You exited, it's fine, but I mean it's low risk. You could fade it. And maybe I'm wrong, absolutely. I'm not even watching the chart, but I mean, like it's pretty consistent. Everything gets retraced here. I'm not suggesting you trade until next week, but if you do, just play it easy, okay? Fade the extremes, reversion to mean. I mean, you can play with the VWAP. Later, we're going to have a look at it. 1 hour time frame, not much difference. Okay, we're still there. Um, on the 1 minute, yes, the 1 minute. Oh, okay, let's look at five first. Yeah, the lines are well respected. Okay, so you see, this is stuff that I've drawn weeks ago. Okay, and it's still well respected. Like liquidity sweep and then reverse. Like you remember the article number 4, I think it was. Kilo. Okay, we have a support sweep for liquidity reverse. Now it's probably going to find a key high around here, around here. Same play. It's easier to long. The liquidity sweeps at the top are a little bit more tricky, okay, for a short. But again, key high, sweep, reverse. It's, I don't mean to be a dick, but this stuff is really easy these days. Even the days before, on the 1 minute. Like the levels are very well respected, okay? Kilo, this is not a sweep. This is a sweep. And then you can fade it, long it, take your profit, don't be greedy, okay? Because you can still get taken later. So what you do here consistently is just wait for the sweep, long it, get it together. Like I don't know. Let's see. Can just do a fib. Okay, this is a bit fucky. Uh, but what I would do here is maybe just go to the golden ratio. Okay, close your fucking trades at 6. If you use a Fibonacci, it's fine. Close your fucking trades at 6, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's don't be greedy. Of course, I have no idea what's. I mean, it's 1%, guys. Where I'm from, if you make it 1% per day, you make a lot of money in a short time. So again, don't be greedy when you scalp, which is what I would do these days. Play it easy. Kilos. Sweep. Wait for the sweep. Okay. This is not a sweep. This is a sweep. And then you long it. That's all I would do these days. My plan is still valid, okay, for the swings, but I'm not taking any swing unless we have a move around here or a move around here. Okay, can be a swing fader or a proper swing. Okay, you wait for confirmation. Doesn't matter. It takes days to confirm a swing. Well, not days, but on the daily you can do it. If it's a close below, then you go with a swing. Okay. Um, well, this one was pretty quick, but wait at least a 4 hour close for confirmation. Okay. I repeated this like many times. But wait for a kind of close. This one reverses, so wait for a tap. In this case, there's a tap and rejection. Okay. On this local trend line, and then you can short it. Like, just don't be dumb. That's only the requirement. Don't rush. Wait for confirmation. These swings, they last a few days. Okay. It's fine to be late. It's not fine to be early and be caught offside. That's not fine. So yeah, wait for a break of this trend line, for example. But I would even wait for a break of this one, of this support. And same thing with like resistances around here. I'm looking for shorts around 97, 100, but probably is going to be here. So that's it. Nothing changed. Don't be dumb. Don't get liquidated. Practice small positions. Okay. Then I don't really have much to say. So we can do a Q&A if you want. Okay, I have time. There's not much to chart now. Volume is shit. So I will be back at my desk on the 4th or the 3rd. And unless my alerts go off, but my alerts are here and here. So that's the only reason why I will go back to my desk before that. And also I'm enjoying time with family. So feel free to drop Q&As if because then I will download the cues. Okay, so everyone can get it when I post it in the video. How to plan a trade? That's a big one. Entry and exit. Okay, you mean a swing or like day trade or a scalp? Because there's a lot of difference in that. How to look at heat map and change field? Yeah, I can do that. So capital first, and then we go to Ginesh. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. All day trade scalps week. So okay, that's going to take hours, but so I'm gonna give some guidelines here, just to a system that you can apply in general, but there are differences for each. But so first thing you need to look at for entry is, and I said this many times, is confluence. Okay, so the higher the time frame, the more confluence you're going to get. Okay, so for example, okay, what is this? 4 hours. So let's make it very big. Don't take this as like a rule, like for this exact trade, but it's just an example. So I'm gonna use a fib because it's easier. And I take the last high, okay? I will consider these for a retracement. There's many ways to draw fib. This is what I would do for a daily. So we haven't tapped the golden ratio, okay? 0.618. But if we tap it, that's generally the end of a retracement between 618, okay, and 786. And you look at this, and it's exactly my resistance. Okay, I didn't draw it based on Fibonacci, but generally matches. Our favorite dead mathematician. So yeah, this is already confluence because fib here, it's it's a resistance, and the more you look, the more stuff will be there. Okay. So for example, this is a high confluence area for me. So I'm paying attention here. You want to pay attention at something in these areas. You might find different confluences for different trades, different trading styles. That's fine. Okay. The trading's an art, it's not a science. So this is my confluence area. So here, since there is a resistance, I'm going to look for a swing or a swing fader. Okay, so whoever tells you, oh, there's a long there, there's a short there, no, fuck that. Like you need a confirmation for everything. Okay, it can be a swing or it can be a swing fader. There's no alternative. Okay, there's an alternative which is like lateral market, but let's keep it simple. Um, so you wait for confirmation, oh, a swing or for its fader, and at that point you can enter. As for the exit, that's a little bit more complicated, and that's where most of you guys probably fucks it up. So in this case, if it's a swing, I would probably start looking at these trend lines first, and also at previous um, support and resistances. Okay, so we'll probably be looking at taking some profit around here first and then around here. Not big, here a small profit and then another profit here. Because we're again approaching, okay, 618. Again, confluence. Like it's already done. I have all my confluences there. So I will probably close 50% here, move my stops into profit and so on. But it's never complete exit in swings. It's in day trade you want to close your position at the end of the day, like because it's completely different rules. In swings you take a 50% and then another 30% and so on, and then you close it when you're satisfied. I would say when it's clearly over, like the trend is over. Okay, so if you swing here, right? Probably here you realize the trend is over, you can close it or you can let it run. If you speculate you're going to go lower, it depends how big is your position compared to your account, right? If you're all in, which you shouldn't never be, then you cannot trade. If it's a 20%, 10% of your account, fine, let it run. So it really depends. Like I know some people that are short from here, not me, but they're short from here, and they just let it run. It's fine. They took profit down along the way. For scalps, you close your position like a 0.5% profit or 1% profit. That's a big profit. You close it. I close it probably at 0.3, 0.5. That's my average. 1%, yeah, that's good for a scalp. Day trade, you close it at the end of the day. If you're down, you close it and you take the loss. If you're up, you close it and you take the profit. Don't think of what you could have made. Think of what you made and brought home. That's the first way to be profitable or your trades. If you don't book your profits, it doesn't count. So start booking stuff, start moving your stops at least at entry. Once you're in the positive, that's, trust me, it stacks up very quickly. As a general, then I cannot go over all entries and exits for each trading style because it's going to take too long. Can you show how to look at heat map? Yeah, a change filter. I mean, that's pretty simple, sir. I'm going to keep this chart because I'm sharing this specific window. I don't want to restart everything. Heat map. Okay, the filter is fucked, so let's make it less sensitive, okay? So this is the sensitivity gauge. Let's say if you're on the daily, you adjust the sensitivity. So the lowest order you're going to see is, in this case, I don't know, 40 BTC. Denominated in coins, okay, in tokens. So the denomination is going to be Bitcoin, not dollars. That's my opinion. Always set it on coins, not on USD, because it's too complicated for that. Like if Bitcoin is at 30K, the orders are going to be different. You want to see the coin. Okay, so the filter minimum orders below, we don't want to see it on the daily, so it's going to be 40. And then the highest, so when it's set at white, it's going to be 144, for example. Okay, anything above that is white. So we have 200. You just hover your mouse on the chart and it's going to zoom in, basically. So if I cannot do that on this time frame, but if you zoom in, you're going to be able to see the numbers. You have to go on the 1 minute, but you will see the numbers on the cell on the 1 minute. Here, you're basically just zooming in and you will see how many limits are resting in that specific tick. Okay, so here on the blue, which is highlighted because it's already interesting. Of course, the lower you go, the smaller the orders, because they will be clustered. Okay, so this very important level, okay, which matches pretty much my support. Here you zoom in and you're going to have 95 and 73. Of course, this is the past, okay, for that candle. Now they're not here anymore. Could be an iceberg, 47, and if the price approaches, it's going to attract a lot more bids. And same here, maybe something will pop up when price approaches, okay? Could be a spoof, or could be a sell wall, or a buy wall below, right? It's you just see what the limits are. Is the same thing. It's the exact same thing as the DOM. It's just that you see it on the chart. Of course, it needs to be grouped, okay? In that point, you regulate the filter here. You can make high sensitivity, that's automatic, medium sensitivity, or lower sensitivity. So these are presets, basically. But you can play with it, and depending what you're looking for, and I cannot tell you that, I cannot tell you what you want to look for, that's going to be your decision. I can tell you what I look for on a big chart, so on a big time frame. Let's close the terminal, but this is the same thing as the DOM, okay? It's just going to be translated to this. So there's like, I don't know, 7, or like here, 88, 540, 88, 540, and it's going to show up there. Of course, they're clustered, okay, by tick size. In this case, as a 25, this is 10, so they do not match exactly, but it's the same thing. They're just there. They're limits. It's very easy. You just need to think this way. I suggest, I don't know, everyone is free to think the way they want, but this is what I will do. Couple of, if you let the short run, you'll probably be in profit here. Don't ape back in, but it was a good call. So what else? I look for heavy sell order and short from there. Is it a good idea? Yeah, I mean, that's why we have stops. It's not that immediate. It's not that immediate trading the DOM. I don't suggest you start trading the DOM right away. You can scalp, and it's, I know it sounds retarded, but scalping is retarded. You just shut off the heat map. Okay, you can just trade patterns and support and resistances, and it's going to work out. That's the beauty of scalping. Like, you can literally trade support resistances. You can trade wedges. Look at that. Look at this one. Look at this big boy. Like, this is the only time frame where this shit works. Okay, this is a wedge. Call me crazy, but this stuff works on the 1 minute perfectly. Like, on a mentoring with Yanis, he's not here, I think, but on a mentoring with Yanis, I was just having fun while I was explaining some stuff, throwing wedges, channels, uh, double tops, and it really works out because the bots see the same thing. They trade patterns, especially in the 1 minute. Of course, don't rely just on a pattern, but if there's a pattern forming and it's a confluence area, like, well, this is not really uh, a pattern there. That's way more easy. But here, again, you have this line, which accidentally, it's also the base of the triangle. Fake out, okay, and then it breaks. It's like, you can do that. Don't just rely on technical analysis, but it works on these time frames. Of course, you're going to be wrong at times. Maybe here you short because it breaks below. Okay, maybe you get stopped out, but still you can take a long in this case. Or you can just wait if you're stopped out, because you cannot tilt on scalping. You don't have the luxury. You have to reset and take another trade in like 1 hour or 2 hours. So again, taps and then it's up. So it's another trade that you take. If it taps, reverses, probably there's going to be liquidations there. No, not really. But for example, you can trade liquidations, like the other article I made. You can just fade the liquidations because the book is going to be thin here. Then it keeps going. But that's not the point of that strategy. The strategy is just fade the liquidations. Liquidate the shorts, thin book, short. As soon as it loses momentum, you close the short. Of course, you always need to pay attention if it's worth shorting this one. So this one is for a scalp, it's okay. You probably don't catch the absolute top and the absolute bottom, so make it 0.5. That's fine. 0.1 is the fees, the rest is profit. And very tight stops on these ones, right above. So still a 5 if you're conservative. If you're very, very precise and take the top and bottoms, you can push it to a 6 or 7. I doubt you can push it to 8.85. But yeah, can be done. Can be done. Of course, practice with very small positions like $10, $20. No leverage. You don't need leverage on scalping. And you just work from there. You need to be right. Not even that much, maybe 50, 60%, because you control your risk very well. You only need a few winners to make a good profit. Just be careful with the fees. If you trade on Lighter, you have zero fees. I don't use it. I use Hyperliquid. But yeah, it's really very good. And these days, very well respected levels. You don't have New York fuckery. And even if you do, London time zone is fine, Asia time zone is fine. Maybe Asia time zone you don't have much volatility, enough volatility for that. But even here, you set a standard deviation, you can just trade the mean reversion. Like, scalping is really respects very well the these technicals. Just trade mean reversions. You can do that. It's not that difficult. I'm going to look at all these strategies later, next days, but there's a lot to do. So for scalping, in my opinion, and that's why I'm mostly a scalper, because I look for easy stuff, not hard stuff. Then, like, as you saw, support resistance, super respected. Even fucking triangles. You can literally trade TA patterns. You can trade VWAP. Uh, you can trade heat map if you want. I don't suggest you do that because it's tough. If you get used to it, and that's what I do sometimes, not always, you can trade the DOM. You can trade the DOM. Is approaching support, is approaching resistance, check the orders. Check the orders, see what's going on, see which stops will be taken, see where they enter. These motherfuckers, they're always over leveraged. So try to derive the price. Like, where's their liquidation? If they're, 50 leverage and you see a big pool of orders around here, I didn't want to get into this, but I like it. Um, so there's going to be shorts probably opening at some point around here, and you see that on the books. If they're 50 leverage, okay, 50x, let's say they shorted here, big pressure. It's probably going to be a 2%, 1% move before they start getting liquidated. So, of course, it's not probably here, but you can check, you can derive their shorts. Of course, I cannot see the order book here and the tape here, but you can guess. Like, the 100x leverage is going to get liquidated 1%, 5.5, 1%, and so on. Just make an Excel or a piece of paper. What's the distance for liquidation from where the point they open the shorts? It is probably going to be on the support tabs. At that point, it gets very easy to predict when the liquidations will come in. So this stuff, you could predict it. Just check where the big orders are placed, the big trades. We don't have T size here, but you can still find it. There's some indicators, I think, from back quant. I'm sure you can find big orders. It will be some idiot 100x or 50x around here, and it's probably the guy that got liquidated here for a few millions. Okay. At that point, when you see the liquidations, that's your confirmation, and the book is going to be thin. You can fade it. Rinse, repeat. I will make a full series on scalping, and it's just about rotating 6 or 7 strategies. Some of them I would give it, some others, they're like a little bit more, how to say, what I classify as edge. So they will be in the exclusive part, of course. Just because this stuff is going to go everywhere, because it does. It's not because it's binary, because I'm particularly important, but edge circulates. So some stuff like VWAPs, technical analysis, that thing is not a problem. Other stuff, I just keep it private because I can come up with new things. Other people that pay to receive the strategies, maybe they won't, and I respect their money, and everybody should. So, but I wrote this thing in the appropriate channel, but just to make it clear. So yeah, but with 5 or 6 strategies, you rotate them, You can trade whole day, take 10 trades scalping. It's the same stuff that works on higher time frames. It's just, it takes weeks. So you get bored and you overtrade. Uh, but it's the same stuff that works on higher time frames. Well, this is absolutely fucky, but in regular times, this works better. Because just the bars are a sign of very thin books here and over leverage in general. Because these are liquidation chains. So, not even. They're very, well, the October 10 just fucks the chart here. But these are just liquidations and thin books. So, yeah, there's that. Any other questions? Nah, I think we're good. Yeah, I'll call it a couple of his typing again. It's yeah. So I have the video recording for this. I don't know if I will put subtitles, but yeah, I think I will stream every week like this. Q&As. I don't know if I will do Q&As every day for like half an hour, because there will be much more to say about the chart, and Q&As will be in the other section, okay, for sure. And what else? Yeah, in the psych ward, we will do more Q&As, but still also for the general members, like education is free, so I will do some Q&As too, just not maybe too long, because I think charting is more interesting. And there will be the week ahead on Sunday, which I copied from Jim Dalton. Go check that guy on YouTube. He's an OG market profile trader. And what else? Yeah, no worries. Oh, not a bear. Joined us. Sahans, Argonaut. Okay, good to see you guys. Okay, that's it. And oh, Yanis, you came late, but you came. There's a recording anyway, so you can watch it later. And yeah, not much. Anyways, too long didn't watch. Fade the extremes if you really have to trade higher time frame, which I don't suggest to do anyways, because so far fading this stuff was the only viable strategy, and I don't think it's going to change until next week, when New York is back at the office. Yeah, scalping these days is really easy. Just don't tape. Keep it simple. This is the simplest thing in my opinion. Like, these are levels that I drew weeks ago, and they're still respected on the 1 minute time frame. It's absolutely retarded. Like, it's a meme at this point. I don't know why I even bother to chart anymore. Just throw. Look at that. Look at that. No liquidations yet, but it's gonna happen. if the liquidation starts, like, just fucking fade it. Like, the book is going to be so thin here. Just wait for it to end. Okay, don't catch the knife. Wait for it to end. And it probably is going to bounce here. It's not that hard. Anyways, what else? Late Bobby Watcher, the fitting streams being easy money. Yep. Yeah, yeah, probably change soon. I hope because I'm fucking bored. But I mean, it was not supposed to be fun in the first place. But yeah, look at that. A couple of you closed that short. I'm so sorry for you. But yeah, if you don't feel confident, it's okay to close it. But this was easy fade. Um, 1 minute chart. Okay. And yeah, probably here, unless this thing becomes interesting. But I don't think we have enough liquidity for that. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not trading anyways. You guys can kill each other on the 1 minute chart. I don't care. Yeah, yeah, but don't get back in, couple of. Okay, guys, I'm done. I think I'm going to have some pizza tonight. Yeah, patience important. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will upload the video later, probably, or tomorrow. I don't know. But it was good. I opened the cages so people will start to come in, probably. I don't know, I don't really care. Um, but yeah, cool. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.